Warm welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk about jackfruit seeds. Jackfruit seeds, one of the most cherished fruits here in East Africa. This is jackfruit. So this is a very, very nice fruit. It is loved, it is cherished, and most importantly, its seeds are widely used with all kind of people here in East Africa. We have many of these trees that produce this particular fruit, and I believe the most ancient trees in the world. Even looking at the size of the fruit they produce, they are very big. So you can see these fruits, but this is just almost a third of it, a third of what it was. So let's start about talking about the seeds. The seeds you see here are jackfruit seeds. This is before the white skin is removed. This is when the white skin have been removed. They look like this. These seeds are pounded normally and made into powder and are used as nutrient and as holistic remedy as well. This is the powder. This is the powder of the seeds. You can see its color. It's a very nice powder. Once you take powder every day, you have more of the jackfruit seed nutrient and antioxidant properties. So let's try to break down some of its nutrients. And antioxidant property. Okay. We apart from protein, uh, fiber, carb. Okay, jackfruit has almost 73% of protein. Okay, there is 73% of protein. Okay, and it has 73% of starch. Sorry, of starch. Okay, 73% of starch and 80% of protein. These fruits, these seeds, we're talking about the seeds, are loaded with macronutrient and minerals, micronutrients and minerals, which we're going to talk about. Uh, you are used to potassium mostly for a very good functioning of the heart muscle, magnesium for some internal organs such as the stomach, the small and large intestine, calcium for your bones. Okay, but still people need to start making research when it comes to minerals to understand them better in order to use them in a proper way. Magnesium and calcium. And this fruit is have got other minerals which are very important. Other minerals. Okay, we have phosphorus. We have sodium. We have zinc. We have iron and copper. Iron and copper. When I talk about iron and copper, it reminds me the Maasais. The Maasais are being evicted from Ngorongoro, from their land. The Maasai is a huge tribe that is found in Kenya and Tanzania. So this park called Serengeti in Tanzania, they have almost evicted just this week alone, almost 110,000 of Maasai from their land. And that land, they say is carbon, something like that. Carbon, but is a scam. It's a scam, and they want to use that land for tourism, right? Tourism. There is nothing, and even the land I think it has been sold to Arabs. Arabs are buying huge land in Tanzania now. In Africa, it's no longer about Westerners only. Africa is being shared now by Arabs, Chinese. Chinese are very, very many. They are everywhere. And they don't leave anything behind. They don't care about infrastructure. They don't care about anything. And their wage is lower comparing to those of the Western. Western actually gives better wages than Chinese, than Arabs. I'm not saying I support Western exploitation when it comes to Africa or Chinese or Arabs, but at least we say in East African languages that ukichagua nguruwe, chagua iliyenona. If you choose to eat a pig, you eat a fat pig. That is a proverb that we have here in East Africa. So I would rather choose to get my salary if I'm doing riba in minerals from Western than from Chinese and Arabs. By the way, these people now are going to start digging iron and copper that is in that particular land. That land is very rich when it comes to iron and copper. And it's very dangerous for infrastructures because copper and iron are very important minerals when it comes to our planet balance. If we remove all the copper and all the iron, we, the planet does not have balance. We will have earthquake everywhere and anywhere. We will have land erosion in most places. And you may think it starts in Congo and Tanzania, but it will be affecting the whole planet. So if they need to save planet, they need to start reducing some of the minerals they're digging, such as copper, such as iron. They need to reduce the quantity of those minerals they're digging because these minerals are there to protect the land, to protect the earth. Uh, it, our ancestors had deep knowledge about these minerals. That's why some of the minerals were considered sacred, like copper. Copper were considered sacred. Why? Because copper is used into balancing things. It balances things. We may even flash back and go in Bible to the First King, chapter 7, from verse 13 to going up, like up to 40, where there is Solomon is building a temple, King Solomon. Then he does not have any Jew who have knowledge of copper, who has deep knowledge of how to deal with copper. So he summoned a son of a widow called Hiram. Hiram was a son of widow, but his dad, who have passed away already, was a coppersmith. So he was very good when it came to knowledge of copper. He's actually the guy who decorated the temple with copper from both pillars, two pillars. One is Boaz. Boaz was the grandfather of David. Another one was Jashim. To 12 cows, 12 bulls, some of them facing south, north, east, and west. Two lions, which were in the temple, they were honored with copper. The ornament was of copper. The cherubs, which were somehow on top, and many, many, many other items in the temple were of copper. So copper was a very important mineral both in the temple. Copper is very important mineral when it remains in the earth, but not when it is taken out, because it balances our planet. It balances our planet. Its vibration and its energy is connected also to other planets. This universe we live in is a connection. And once we ignore where we are, we ignore the whole entity of other planets. We create imbalance. And as humans, we are creating imbalance by evicting the Maasais out of their land, by bringing people to dig copper, to dig iron. Already Congo is so embarrassed. Now we're going to have Tanzania also in imbalance. We already have Kenya in imbalance. We already have many African land in imbalance, and some even Latin America overseas as well. So if we keep digging minerals without understanding what they does for the planet, we are going to lose this planet. And once we lose this planet, we should have put a hand into its destruction. So you see, the government of Tanzania doing what it does. because of ignorance. Ignorance is a real, very serious problem among our people. They look at what shines, they look at what they see in front of them, they don't see far. So when it comes to iron, iron is means of protection. Even Yahweh told Jeremiah in comparison, Jeremiah was so scared because he was the son of Hilkiah of the Anatot temple from the tribe of Benjamin. So that was in the time of Josiah the king. There were a lot of idols on the land of Israel. So Jeremiah was summoned by the Almighty Father Yahweh to come and tell people what is going to happen to the Jews if they keep polluting the land, if they keep using the land in an improper way. So they did not believe in him, but Yahweh at that particular time told him that he's coming to uproot and to plant, to destroy and to build. And he actually told him because he was so scared that from the womb he has chosen him. So even if he was a boy, because he was a young boy, he should not be scared to tell people the truth. Because the truth was actually a protection of that particular land. So that the Jews would repent and remain in the land. The Jews did not listen to Jeremiah. They keep on committing their fornication, and then they were removed in the land. They are removed, from the land. The same as the Messiah. The government is not listening to no one. They are removing the Messiah from their land. But the Messiah were protecting not just the animals, they were protecting the land as well, because they've lived there for very many years. So let us go back to we've got iron, we've got phosphorus, okay, we've got zinc, okay, we've got all of these minerals that is very important. And the copper has a very deep meaning. Even Jeremiah was told that I'm making you a fortified city. I'm making you a copper wall. A copper wall. To these people, the Jews, they will fight against you, but they will not prevail against you, because I am with you. And I'm making you a copper wall to the king of Judah and the king of Jerusalem. He was supposed to deliver the message, because this message, most of Jeremiah's message, happened at the time of Hezekiah, the son of Josiah. That's when Jews were taken into captivity in Babylon. Could they have listened? They shouldn't have gone into Babylon. Could the Tanzania government have been listening to what people are saying? They should have not evicted the Masai. Now 110 Masai have been evicted just this week. And many more are going to be evicted. And that is likely to spread into Kenya. And where are those Masai going to go? What about their women? What about their children? Nobody cares. But everything we does influence everything else. They're actually creating misery for the Maasai, but also for themselves. Because once the earthquake starts, it will start in that particular place where they're going to dig. It will start in Congo, it will start in Tanzania, because they are digging without measuring what does this land have to do with the universe, with the planet, the connection, the vibration, the energy. They don't measure, they just come and dig. That is extremely very dangerous. Very dangerous. So, among other uh, jackfruit, let's come back to jackfruit. Jackfruit have got a higher level of carotenoid. Okay, that is vitamin A, thiamine. Okay, thiamine with also without forgetting riboflavin. Okay, then you've got chemical like jacqueline. This chemical jacqueline, one need to make a research about it because it's a very good chemical and it can help in fighting most of the chronic disease. So it is found in jackfruit seeds. Okay, it's found in here in jackfruit seeds. Jacqueline. I think that's why they call it Jacqueline. They name it Jacqueline because it comes from jackfruit, right? Yeah. So apart from jackfruit being loaded with antioxidants, of course, with antioxidants, which are very important to fight any infection, to fight disease. Okay. Jackfruit is also antibacterial. Jackfruit is antibacterial. If we say antibacterial, right? Antifungal, right? Okay. Antiviral. Viral means it can also fight tract infection or flu and any other types of viruses that attacks our body. You know the viruses, I'm not gonna talk much about the viruses. Jackfruit is cytotoxic, a part of uh, cytotoxic, cytotoxic in the sense of it can also help in removing some toxin from the body. Okay, right? Jackfruit is anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammatory. So this is our jackfruit. Uh, we hope that you're going to try to gather as many jackfruit as you can and make a powder out of it and start the journey of becoming health. And you won't regret uh, taking your time and using this fruit properly, because you will feel what I may say, energy in your system, in your body. Always remember to balance your body with sunlight. We will come back to sunlight again in the future. Balance your body with water. Avoid anything that might be toxic. Stay healthy. Take enough water. If you're in East Africa, you like to be taking, I love uh, water from underground. I don't drink tap water. I go and wherever there is underground water, I drink that one without even cooking it, because it's loaded with minerals. And don't forget the sunlight again, right? And avoid unnecessary oils. You need to stay awake when it comes to oil. We need to understand what proper oils are there, what type of oil can we use. We need also to reduce, what I may say, sugar intake. Sugar is everywhere. In cakes, in cold drink, sugar is almost everywhere. We need to reduce sugar without forgetting to exercise. We need to exercise, right? I don't know what type of exercise you do. You can perform breathing technique. They are there in Google. You can Google them and learn a little bit about how to breathe from inside. That is one of the best exercise that I do myself. So you can breathe from within and outside, okay? Because our planet is air, and all of the elements, including sun, including moon. Moon also is a very important uh, luminary that will come back uh, to in future. We'll talk about it. Actually, some of the herbs are gathered in the moonlight. That is in an ancient East African system, because East Africa before, it was not this scattered country that you see around. This small country you see around, country like Rwanda, country like Burundi, those were big countries. Like in Rwanda, they took one part of Rwanda, they put it into DRC, they took another part of Rwanda, they put it into Tanzania, they took a huge part of Rwanda, they put it into Uganda. That's why you see Banyarwanda speaking people scattered everywhere. They're scattered everywhere. And our people are now struggling with citizenship in our neighboring countries. You've seen Banyamulenge suffering for now more than 50 years. That's why you see an outbreak of war that is coming and going, coming back for all over those years. If they were peaceful there, they couldn't be fighting, but they're fighting to protect their families. They're fighting to survive. They shouldn't be fighting. Fighting is not good. That's why King Yeshua said, if they hit you here, you bring here and they hit you too. So people shouldn't be fighting. Either Banyarwanda speaking people who are on that side, either Congolese, they should find a way to protect their own citizens since they have been removed from Rwanda side and taken to Congo side. So then it's Congo's responsibility to protect its own citizens. But once the government itself starts taking half of the part of their citizens and calling them foreigners, so if they go, they will go with their land. If they go with their land, that land will come back to Rwanda as an ancient Rwandan kingdom. Because North and South Kivu was a Rwandan kingdom. It was not before 1929. It was a Rwandan kingdom. But in the meeting of Berlin, Africa was divided. Rwanda lost so much of its territory. And from that particular time, our people are suffering everywhere. Everywhere they are. In Uganda, they are fighting for citizenship. In Congo, they are fighting for life, to live. So let's hope that things will get better in future. Even if I don't see situation getting better. But we also need to talk for the Masais who are perishing, Masais who are being evicted from their land. Because some of the time people keep silence, and silence is not good. We need to talk for our people. And our people are not just those who speak the same language. Our people are the global universe. Global universe, Chinese, Arabs, Westerners, those are all our people. Long time back, we believed everybody, any humankind, originated from Rwanda, which was ancient Gasabo. That's what we believed at that particular time. So that means if everybody originated from Rwanda, then everyone is our people. Every citizen of the global universe is a Rwandan. Since for us, we believe that everybody originated from there. So one message that we need to spread out is we need to love one another on this planet. We need to love one another. We need to understand one another. We need to protect one another so that we don't lose our planet. Because once we lose our planet, we lose it, all of us. So we need to stay awake. Thank you. You may be calling me a Master Kata. Thank you very much. See you next time.